joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you. The only reason why that people are attracted there is because of the monopoly, nothing else. Nothing else. You know that 90% of the containers that are coming to the port are owned by Biafrans. 90% is owned by Biafran people. The 90% of the containers coming from abroad to that contraption called Nigeria are owned by Biafrans. All the importers who are importing one goods or the other from other countries into the, they are all coming down there in Lagos. And they have no other choice than to be able to stay close to wherever their property is. Because taking the goods from Lagos State itself to Biafra land is another journey altogether. Taking goods from Lagos State to Biafra land will cost you times 3 what you have spent to bring that goods from abroad. The money you spend in taking goods from Lagos, just from Lagos to Biafra land, you will spend triple, quadruple the amount you spend to bring that goods from abroad. All thanks to the policy of the government of Nigeria. All thanks to the evil policy and monopoly they gave to Lagos State. And yet somebody will come and begin to make noise and say he's accommodative. How are you accommodative? Are you accommodative as you destroy the properties of people and take life of people simply because of your own people contesting election? There was no Biafran being part of that election. Biafrans were not part of it. I didn't hear the name of any Biafran participating in that election. It is an election between the Yorubas alone. All the contenders are Yorubas. All the contestants are Yorubas. What has that got to do with the Biafran people? Simply because the Biafrans were trying to exercise their own rights. You came after them. So they don't have that authority or right to choose whom they want or vote how they want to vote for. They want you to vote according to your own will. And what makes you think that you have the right to make a choice for the Biafran people? What? The time has come for Biafrans to make their choice. And any Biafran that have refused to key into this seat at home, you have yourself to blame. If you're a Biafran and you refuse to key into this Lagos seat at home, you have yourself to blame. You think the burning of shop is over. You think the attack is over. It is not over. Just wait. Just wait until when they succeed in swearing in their Jagaban. Just wait until when they succeed in swearing in Tinubu in Asarok. Then you will know what you have done to yourself. Then you will begin to understand what you better begin to make a strong statement now before it is too late. This is the time to make a strong statement before it is too late. Start making statement now. You have already heard it. The other day I was watching a video where one of the clowns who claimed to be a celebrity was shouting, making noise, embarrassing the police simply because he claimed to be part of the ruling party, APC. Because he is part of the APC and a supporter of Tinubu, he believed that he is above the law. He believed that the police don't have right to arrest him. And this is what is going to transpire. When this man succeeds to go into power, you will know that Agboro is in charge of Lagos State. By then, you cannot even open your mouth and make an argument with Agboro. You can no longer open your mouth and make an argument or make a case with an Agboro. They will just knock at your door and give you a bill and you keep paying them. Enough is enough. It is time we take our destiny into our own hand. And every Biafran, wherever you are on the planet Earth, more especially those of them in Lagos State, you must wake up. Stop sleeping. You have slept enough. You have slept enough. You've been sleeping all this while in Lagos State. Sleeping and snoring. A lot have been happening. We have been making this call long before now. None of you seem to pay attention. Some of you feel because you have a shop in Lagos State, you feel that you are doing well. You feel you have your car, you have a house, And then you're okay. When we speak about the Biafra issue, you don't care about it. You don't even want to hear it. You don't even want to hear it. It is so shameful that I even saw some people who didn't have the shame, who didn't have an atom of shame. They came out and they were saying that they hate Mazen Nandekano so much. That they hated Mazen Nandekano. It was only because of this very election that they begin to think that they have done wrong. So you never knew that you were wrong all this while. That is how daft some people are. That is why I say you mind the people you listen to when it comes to the issue of freedom. Mind the people you listen to. So many people you call intelligent are not intelligent. They are just selfish and self-centered. Some of them are just pursuing their own personal interest, not your interest or interest of anybody. Their own personal interest. As long as the issue favors them, they don't care about you. And that is it. That is it. There are some people that come out these days to make confession. When they begin to make a confession, you begin to wonder, what were they looking at all this while? For more than a decade, Mazen Nandekano have been crying and shouting. So they didn't see reason in what Mazen Nandekano was saying. They never saw a reason. But today, everything that Mazen Nandekano has spoken is playing out before your own very eyes. The hatred against the Igbo Biafrans can no longer be hidden. This hatred is imbibed in everyone. The women, the men, the educated, the uneducated, everybody, including those living abroad. People who are residing abroad, who live abroad for years. People who live abroad and they don't even have a problem of coming home. And yet, you see them pushing this hatred against the Igbo Biafrans. And the most disturbing issue that some of them has never had anything to do with an Igbo Biafran. They have never had any transaction with an Igbo Biafran. They are only working based on the lie that we are told. Based on the propaganda that was given to them. They begin to use it against the Igbo Biafrans. That is why today, you hardly make a statement and you get sympathy. That is why today, in an election that is supposed to be free and fair, even though we never supported it, because we know the people we are dealing with, we knew that these people will never ever allow a Biafran, mainly Igbo Biafran, to be a president in the contraption called Nigeria. We said it, but some people never believe. They say they want to give it a trial. And they force themselves into it. Why they were preaching that, yeah, P2B has the support from all part of the world, all part of the country. Why are you not supporting your brother? We knew that it was all a scam. His support were not genuine. Before your own very eyes. In the dying minutes, so many of them quit. So many of them begin to collapse into APC. Even as at that, from all indication, they said that he won, according to him, but he came third. They place him third. So even if he wins his case in the court, do you think they're going to bring a third position to become a president? They wouldn't do that. The least they can do is to give it to Atiku Abubakar, which is a well-planned deal. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing very well. That is why they put him third. But when we say this, people don't understand. When we say it, people don't understand. Some people just come out and they claim to know everything. They begin to give you some statistics that doesn't hold water. Just the same way Kanayo was giving statistics, telling you how many percentage that the Igbo Biafrans have in all states of the country. Giving you statistics that doesn't work in contraction called Nigeria. When Kanayo was reading those statistics, you look at it, you look so beautiful and real. And that is actually what is happening. That is true. When you look at that statistic, it is real and true. But it doesn't work in Nigeria. That is the simple truth that they fail to hear. The simple truth they fail to understand is that such statistics that Kanayo was reading does not work in Nigeria. Even though it is a reality. Because they themselves confess this all the time. That in every state you go in that country called Nigeria, after the indigenous people, the next highest population is the Igbo Biafrans. I am not the one saying it. They themselves say it. That in every village you go, in every state you go, after the indigenes of that state, the second largest population is the Biafran people. So based on that, even without a prophet, you can now agree that that statistic that Kanayo was given was okay and correct. But in Nigeria, do you think that it works? It can never ever work. Because the British have already manipulated it from the top, and they gave you a statistic telling you that they have more population than you, which is false. They don't have much population than you. They don't. But the British have already planted that very mindset in the hand of all the politicians. That's the funniest thing. Even the politicians, they buy into this falsehood that the North has the greatest population. It's a false statement, a lie, a big lie. That the northern part of Nigeria is much more populated than the southern part of Nigeria. It's a big fat lie. A big fat lie. But every politician have bought into that very lie. They preach it, they carry it on their forehead, and they are moving around with it. Even when they know it's a lie. That is why when you come with the real statistics, it cannot hold water. It cannot fly. There's no way you can build on a faulty foundation and it will stand. That is why I come back to say that the problem of Nigeria is foundational. Nigeria has a foundational problem. And not until you destroy that foundation and lay a new foundation, there is no edifice you will put on the top that can be able to stand. It doesn't matter how beautiful it is. It doesn't matter the kind of engineer you use to construct the edifice. No matter what you put in a faulty foundation, a little breeze, it will collapse. It can never stand. And that is the situation of the contraption called Nigeria. It doesn't matter who becomes your president. It doesn't matter the policy you put. It will only draw you back. It will only bring destruction. It will only bring trouble and temptation, confusion everywhere. That will continue to be the order of the day. That will continue to be the order of the day. That is why some of us is clamoring and asking that the people should be able to decide their fate if they want to be part of that very contraption or not. And how do you make such decision? It is by referendum. Our Supreme Namazen Nanekan called for referendum, has been calling for referendum, and we are still calling for referendum. But they turn a blind eye to it as if they don't know what referendum is called. Sometimes you see them telling you that there is nothing in referendum. The referendum is not in their constitution. But they knew that referendum have been conducted in Nigeria in several occasions. In several occasions. It is the referendum that made some part of Adamawa to become part of Nigeria. The Midwestern state was gotten through a referendum. So, what makes it different if you have a referendum now? Even if you don't have it in the constitution, haven't you heard about the doctrine of necessity? Haven't you heard about the doctrine of necessity? So, why are you telling me you cannot conduct referendum? You can't conduct referendum only because you know that the people will not be like to be part of the Zuluka Republic. You don't want to conduct a referendum because you are scared of the result. You do not want to conduct a referendum because you know that majority of the people that you have caged in that country of Nigeria want their liberation, they want to be free. And immediately you conduct a referendum, it will be a pathway for them to be free. That is why you do not want to conduct a referendum. But I tell you, in this era, it is either you do it peacefully or you do it by force. The Biafran people will force you to conduct it, whether you like it or not. Already we have conducted our referendum several times. During the election, you saw the referendum, 4,000 plus against 20,000 plus. It was a landslide and continue to happen. And I thank Chukwu that today, so many Biafrans are waking up. So many people are waking up today, unlike before. I'm so happy when I see some elders speaking up about this sit at home. Some elders are already adding their own voice for the sit at home in Lagos. Like Lagos should be shut down. This is something we must do. Some elders are already adding their voice. And that is what genuine elders, people who value their own life and value their people, that is what they're supposed to be doing. Every hand is supposed to be on deck, talking about this. We have to let Lagos State know that we exist. We have to let Lagos State know that we have a contribution to make. We have to Lagos State to know that we made it. We made them, not them make us. They didn't. Every single thing we own in Biafra, in Lagos State, we worked for it. We never stole it from anybody. We worked for it. In fact, we committed a lot. We worked double. If it is buying of land, we buy it at a very expensive rate. A rate that they themselves cannot afford. And that is why you see Biafrans own every property in Lagos. Because even when a Lagosian come to buy the property, they will not sell to him. Because he can't afford it. He can't afford it. We never force them to sell. Even when they have a property to sell, they will continue to look for an Igbo Biafran. If you see a Yoruba man or somebody, a Lagosian, want to sell a property, they will continue to look for a Biafran to buy it. Even when they see their fellow Lagosian, they will not sell it to the person. They won't. Then after buying it, you turn around and begin to attack the same people that they are taking over your land. Taking over your land how? But when you needed that money and you sold those property, the money was good for you. You used the money to throw party and solve your problem. Now that you have solved your problem, you feel that you're okay. Now you are looking for trouble. You are looking for trouble. You want to take back what you have sold. You cannot eat your cake and have it. It is not done anywhere. You can eat your cake and have it. And that is what we want to demonstrate to them. That is what the Biafran people must demonstrate to them, that they cannot eat their cake and have it. That is why the Biafran people have to engage on that side at home. Let Lagos State know that there are people who have invested there, and there are people who are making that very place function. There are people who are making Lagos State function. Lagos State is not running itself. There are people that are running it. The Agboro in the street that is attacking the Biafran people, they are not the ones running Lagos State. None of them is paying a tax. None of them have an investment. All they do is to extort money. They extort money from people who are doing their hard-earned job.